Hello, you're watching Curly Freckled One, and my name is Anastasia. And today's vlog will be about Moscow, the capital of Russia. I don't know how it will turn out, actually, but we'll hope for the best. As you heard, in this vlog I'll show you Moscow through my eyes. It's mostly going to be my personal impressions of the trip and a little casual vlog rather than dry facts, but I'd still love to share a few recommendations. Enjoy the video! We arrived in Moscow in the evening and took the Aero Express train to the metro. The Moscow metro is a total work of art, literally underground palaces with labyrinths and hundreds of transfers. We stayed in Izmailovo district, which has plenty of hotels near the subway and a huge, stunning Kremlin. It looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale. It's bright, colorful and feels almost like a Russian Disneyland. There are a few museums and shops inside, but it's mostly just a perfect spot to snap some vibrant photos. Since the Kremlin was already closed by the time we grabbed some food, checked in and settled in, we went for a walk in a nearby park to walk by the water. It was the perfect spot for interesting and deep conversations and sharing some secrets. Afterward, we went to bed because we had big plans for the next day. We were going to visit the Kremlin. First, we went to the famous Arbat, a legendary pedestrian street in the center of Moscow. After that, we walked over to the Kremlin and watched the changing of a guard at an eternal flame. I'm visiting this square for the fourth time of my life, and each time it's different. When I was here for the first time, it was rainy, really rainy, and nobody was here. I really wanted to prove you my point, but there are some people. But not so many as you see on the video right now. The second time, I don't really remember, but it's not the case. The third time I was here, and it was fun. But we stood in a line for like 40 minutes. And now it's really hot outside and a little bit sweaty, as for me. And a lot of people are here. And that's a pity, a little bit. Because it's too crowded to take photos. But it's so beautiful, like from the pictures and from the postcards, you know. That's all I wanted to tell you about. We see this tower on TV all the time. This clock rings during New Year, and we see it on TV too. It's a pretty big thing in our country. Our next stop was Zaryadye Park. It's located right in the city center next to the Moscow Kremlin. There are plenty of benches there where you can sit, eat ice cream, or just relax after long walks. But the best part is the glass bridge. And this bridge offers you a stunning view of the Moscow River, the Kremlin, and the Stalinist skyscraper. I also have some photos from our previous trips, and I would like to show them to you. After Zaryadye Park, we went to the Central Children's Store.
It's a tradition of mine to ride the bus with the Sylvanian family's rabbit there and take some photos with another one that holds flowers. After that, we grabbed a cinnamon roll at Cinnamon and kept on walking. And now you might think it's Sheldon Cooper's Friends channel, which I hope you are subscribed to, by the way, but I'm just absolutely obsessed with trams. Any walk feels 100 times more vibey if you ride a tram, and it's just fact. You either accept it or you reject the absolute truth and live a lie. So we boarded a tram at the Chisti Prudi stop. We rode across the entire city and stopped by a Chinese cafe. Honestly, we didn't really like it there. Even though I'd heard a lot of rave reviews and the place was packed, I wouldn't personally recommend it, so I would not. The next day, we headed to VDNH, the Exhibitions of Achievements of National Economy. First, we took a stroll through Ho Chi Minh Park, and it was awesome. I've never been to China, and it's a popular destination, very popular destination for travelers right now. And I really want to visit China one day. And after I visited Ho Chi Minh Park, I realized that I want to visit China even more because they have incredibly beautiful architecture there. And because of their culture too, because it's so rich and it differs radically from the one that we have here in Europe. After the park, we went to Masquarium, and I absolutely love fish, and I dream of keeping them as pets. But I want to be really responsible about getting animals, so I decided to do some research first. I need to figure out where to put the aquarium and learn how to properly care for them. So for now, the question is still open. The next day, we didn't really have any plans, and our legs were starting to ache a bit from walking so many thousands of steps. So we decided to just take a casual walk around the Izmailovo Kremlin, and we also went to the cinema to see the back rooms, and it was pretty scary, and I didn't really like it, since I'm not a fan of horror movies and open endings. After that, we stopped by the Yandex Museum. It's free, and was basically on our way. And we didn't really expect much, but we ended up spending about an hour and a half there, playing all the retro games. And it was fun. It was really fun, I highly recommend it. And on our last day, after checking out of the hotel, we decided to take a ride on a river tram. Since it's used as a regular public transit, it costs 3 times less than a tour boat. But we still got to see so many cool things, and I have a video, so please enjoy. And we saw the Moscow city skyscrapers, which are very popular with bloggers and influencers. And yes, they look impressive, like really impressive, but they seem incredibly modern. And I'm in love with the Stalin-era skyscrapers and that kind of buildings that you see in Soviet films, you know? I'm still thinking about that Stalin skyscraper. And I almost forgot to show you all the so very tasty food we ate. Look at it! I highly recommend Frank by Basta, The Big, and Shokoladnitsa. Sweet potato, batat, was the big discovery of this trip. And we'll definitely learn how to cook it on this channel. And I think I didn't mention that I love knitting. I do. And I'm knitting a sock here. After that, we walked around a bit more and headed to the airport. But that's a whole different story. And that's all for today's vlog. Talking about food has made me super hungry. Bye everyone! Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Bye!